What's up, y'all? This is Danyo.
And this your boy, Domo.
This your boy, Lavonte. And this the Born Leader Wrestling Podcast. Now let's get to the point that I wanted to make today. Before I name off all these wrestlers, I want to ask Domo. I already know the answer because you called me and said you were trying to explain something to me, but I was at work. Did you watch NXT?
Yes, I did.
You watched it?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I just want you to say that in front of the people.
I watched it.
And then
hold on.
One more question.
Watched it.
One more question.
But yo, motherfucker.
No. One more question. What was the last time besides that one? When the last time you ever watched NXT?
No, I didn't.
No, so that was your first time watching NXT.
I used to watch the highlights.
But you never watched it NXT.
No, I watched it this time.
You watched it.
I watched it.
Did you watch it because NXT had the Judgment Day, Rhea Ripley, Shinsuke Nakamura, the Good Brothers, Sonya Deville, Kevin Owens, Shotzi, Austin Theory, and Raquel?
No, I didn't watch it because of them. I watched it. I called him and asked him for what channel it came on. Right? Am I lying?
No, you did.
And I watched it. And what's the reason why I told you I watched it for?
I forgot. I ain't gonna lie.
I said I wanted to see if Sonya Deville was gonna be.
Oh yeah,
back.
that's right. Yeah.
That's the reason why I watched it.
And you just made my point even
No,
better,
I didn't.
right?
Hold on.
So
Hold on. I'm gonna finish mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, okay, you can finish yours, but ladies and gentlemen, let me go. What does the lawyer say? Exhibit A. Let's go back. Mm-hmm. You said, and I quote.
So you really took notes of
Oh yeah. I was ready for this one. You said, and I quote. Why the fuck is you said you watched it because Sonya Deville? Why the fuck would Sonya Deville go back to NXT? That's a demotion. That's a development. Blah blah blah. And I said, and I quote, "It's to get fans like me, because I'm a Sonya Deville fan, and other fans to watch NXT." And you said, "No, that's dumb. She got demoted." But out of your own mouth, you just said I watched NXT to see if Sonya Deville was going to be on there.
But
so
why?
technically, you watched NXT.
Hold on.
Right?
Okay.
You watched NXT to see if Sonya Deville. So obviously it works by bringing WWE main rosters, superstars back to NXT.
Well, first of all, I watched it because of our argument. Mm-hmm. Right? Because of our argument. Not because, she's going to be there. No. I probably would have watched it because of Rhea Ripley ass. Why I would have watched it, but I didn't. I went in there to have an argument with your motherfucking ass. Hold on, I'm not done. Because on Friday, her motherfucking ass showed up on SmackDown and went through another motherfucking table. Mm-hmm. So I thought she was done. I
said she wasn't.
And you said she wasn't. But you proved my point. She was. She went back. You're right. You're right. And Mandy Rose is kind of fine.
Kinda. The fuck? Kinda.
Hey, look. Come on, man. I told you I watched this my first time watching this shit. Like all the way through.
Put some respect on her name.
Can I say something? I have this in research too. Mm-hmm. Right before a pay-per-view, they bring all of them over.
Nope.
Yes, they do.
Nope.
Yes, they do. That's not the first time they did this.
That's not the first time.
But right before pay-per-view, which their pay-per-view is Saturday.
Not all the time, though. They don't do it all the time.
What? Are you crazy?
But listen.
I'm
not saying no. So, listen. I'm not saying my shoe keep coming off. That's why I'm moving. I'm not saying that they don't do that. They do that, but they don't do it all the time. They did this time for one reason, and it's not because of the pay-per-view. One reason why they brought this, and then when they do it for the pay-per-view, it's only one superstars, like the Ricochet.
That's bullshit, because they brought Doudrop. They brought fucking...
They're a tag team, that's why.
No, hold on. They brought Doudrop, Nikki Ash. They brought Rhea Ripley. They brought Ricochet. They brought Damian Priest. They brought... Not Damian Priest. What's the nigga name? The Finn Balor.
You talking about this time, right?
No, not this time. I'm talking about the time before.
But it's not all like... It's not like this lineup.
It's not this exact fucking
No.
lineup,
I'm saying it's not like a gang of them on one show.
So it was
all
on one show.
Not to lead up to a pay-per-view. It's not. They don't do it all the time.
On one show leading up to a pay-per-view.
Not all the time. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they don't do it. I'm just saying not all the time.
The last time they did a pay-per-view, they did this exact same thing the week before they had the pay-per-view.
No, but your words was all the time. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say they don't do it all the time.
I'm only going off of 2 fucking times. Right? I only watched 2 times.
What I'm saying, the reason why they did it this time was for one reason, because the NBA had a game on Wednesday, which pushed AEW Dynamite to Tuesday, which had AEW and NXT went head to head at the same time from 5 to 7. So
that's
Triple H had
similar.
to load all these wrestlers to NXT to go against.
So the last time when they had a pay-per-view on Sunday, the same time as AEW had a pay-per-view on Sunday, and they loaded all them wrestlers the week before. Same shit.
That's what I just said.
Same shit.
I just said that. They did. All I'm saying, you said they load them every single time for a pay-per-view. They don't.
The crazy part about that is, even by them doing it, like AEW, I don't know why, but they still had a higher rating of viewers on AEW than it was on NXT.
Because they didn't bring no Bianca Belair.
No, and I would tell you why. And I know people could be like, you're a WWE bias. Yes, I love WWE more than AEW. But let's be honest, right? If you have a team and you have a team, right? And your team is, I'm just going to throw names out there, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman. Mm-hmm. And your team is fucking Cool Coach and some bullshit, right? Right? And y'all go, and y'all on the same, like y'all playing the same time, right? And you bring LeBron and 2 more people, right? But this is like the main team. What I'm trying to say is like AEW has Jericho's. They have what's his name? Moxie. They have big time names. Like their AEW is the main roster. So even if you bring Rhea Ripley and Shinsuke and the Good Brothers, you're bringing, like you said, you're bringing like the whatever people.
The bottom.
You're not bringing Roman. You're not bringing Bianca. So it's
that's
like
why they win, because they
you
still got
winning.
their top tier.
You still like you're still for what I'm gonna say. What Triple H said. You're still going against the development at NXT. You're not going against SmackDown. You're not going against Raw. Now, if SmackDown or Raw came on at the same time as AEW Dynamite,
yeah, shoot them out the water.
Now, if AEW Dynamite beats Raw at the same time, they come on at the same time. Kudos, you beat Raw. Like that's big right there, beating Raw. But beating NXT is like that's like slapping the old man in the face and be like,
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you, I get what you're saying. They're not supposed to be NXT. It's like B level to, it's like C class to D class, whatever. But the problem I have with your argument, right, is the people that they brought over to bring star power. Nobody was coming to check for them shits. Like, real talk, nobody was coming over just to check for Sonya Deville. We knew Raquel and we knew Rhea Ripley was going to be there based off of Monday night and Sunday. Friday.
And Shotzi came. I forgot.
Come on, bro.
I'm just saying, I just had to throw it in there.
But
and Kevin Owens.
But then let's talk. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Go ahead.
but we go back. I'm sorry. I gotta get it off. But we go back and look. Nobody was really still at the end of the day. Nobody was really checking for it. Like I told you, I went to go see for argument purposes. Mm-hmm. That's the only reason why I went to go see. I didn't even know what fucking channel it came on. I look at the shit on YouTube.
But see, it's different because NXT, that's the day it's supposed to, like, that's their time, 5 to 7, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't look. I'm a wrestler. I'm a WWE fan, but I don't watch NXT, right? Like that. If I catch it, I catch it. If I don't, it's not a big deal. But the average people, some people watch NXT faithfully every Tuesday. But for Dynamite to come on at the same time, you have to load your roster up, even though it's not like the big names.
You didn't have to. Because at the same time, the average consumer, that's just not the diehard fan, but the average consumer, if they're accustomed to you being on Wednesday, if they're accustomed to that, they're not checking for you on Tuesday.
Wait, say it again.
For as AEW, the average consumer, if we're accustomed for you to be on a certain day at a certain time, we're not going to forget that you moved to Tuesday for a day. Like it's not going to be. Like some people works like this, like in line.
Sometimes I do get you. That's true.
So if it's a diehard fan, they're gonna follow. If it's not diehard, it's whatever. They didn't even have to load it up as much as they did.
Who?
NXT.
NXT.
They didn't have to load it up as much as they did.
I think they did because they knew
if
they
you
was
look at their numbers. It's the same exact numbers from
no,
the week
was it?
before.
No, was it? They knew they was going. Like, be honest, be 100%. I believe in NXT.
What numbers?
They knew they was going to lose. They knew they was going to lose. Like
for sure.
It wasn't. I don't think.
But what was the
I don't
numbers
think. No,
the week
listen.
before?
I don't think Triple H think this is the competition where if you do NXT versus AEW, he already said that before. But I believe if he didn't load that up with just them wrestlers, they would have lost a lot more, and it would look worse. Even though, like, if I play you on Madden and I lose by 7, but I lost, right? But if I lose by like 35, it looks even worse, even though you lost.
My question is, if
they're obviously going to get more.
My question is, if we look at the numbers of last week and we look at the numbers of this week, if it's roughly around the same numbers, it didn't mean shit. You could have just kind of just went with your same program. That's what I'm saying. That's you're saying backwards. If you've had 1 million views last week and you did all this shit and only got 1 million views this week, forget AEW. You got only 1 million views this week. Then you have your consistent audience of that million, regardless of the fact.
Other people tuned in to watch because they didn't know what was going on. Because NXT was pumping this up where the wrestlers was coming from Raw and SmackDown to NXT, and they was saying like you don't know what's gonna happen, right? So you had to tune in to watch it. They probably didn't jump from 1 million to 1.5 million or 2 million, of course not. But their number jumped from the following week because people like you just said you tuned in. You might not.
Why did I tune in?
Listen,
though?
you might not have tuned in for this lineup, but you still tuned in. Motherfuckers, other people that I tuned in, and I don't watch it like that. So you know that the number moved a little bit because motherfuckers that didn't tuned in, that don't really watch it. So that's how I believe. Like, and it's not hard bringing wrestlers into NXT. Like most of these WWE wrestlers in Florida anyway. Like, and I'll fly you out to fucking Florida to do X, Y, and Z for 5 minutes, and you're getting paid for it. Like
everybody that you mentioned outside of the OC came from NXT. So really, when it came down to it, it was like a reunion show. Everybody who was big on the main roster came back down. Kevin Owens, Rhea Ripley, all these people came back, right?
Yeah, I don't even know if you want to count Kevin Owens. That was some bullshit.
No. Well, despite
you wasn't gonna get Kevin Owens to wrestle.
That's how he even did his promo.
He didn't know them, I don't think.
Yeah, but even just showing up, like a person could show up and they're gonna get a crowd reaction. Oh my God, is this person? So for the crowd, they love that because these are the people who came from NXT. So you watching the show, you don't care about AEW. If you a WWE fan of NXT, you're loving that. You're seeing them come out, and for that show was great for the fans. Now, in comparison to a Dynamite, of course, they know who's gonna be there. Oh, no. There's no surprises. There's nothing to really expect but what happened in the show. They don't care about no new superstar or anything. Those are the faithful fans. Yeah, they're gonna be there. But when you watch the last NXT, you saw people who came back who has become, I guess, bigger on this show. So they got, oh my God, I can't believe they're actually here. And that was the recognition. Yeah. You got people who came back onto NXT cause like we call NXT the performance.
It's a developmental league.
So when you see Kevin Owens and Rhea Ripley, Judgment Day, who's on Raw or NXT, I can't believe this shit. That was a great show for them. So the ratings don't really matter. It's all about what they got to see.
It was all for the ratings. Like,
what are we talking about? I mean, for the company, yeah. But when you take it down to what the
did it help the wrestlers?
It's not about the individual.
What the fuck are they doing? What he say helping them getting over? You say it's not about the ratings.
No, I said
what are we talking about?
I said it's for the ratings. I don't know what you said.
I said, but no, you said it's for the ratings. It was for the ratings. Yeah. He's saying it's not about the ratings.
He said for the crowd.
People that they haven't seen on that show in a long time to see them.
They see half of them motherfuckers a month ago.
No, he mean like in person, like the crowd.
All right.
I'm saying Rhea Ripley was there 2 months, a month ago or 2 months ago when they had the fucking thing. Fucking Ricochet been there. OC ain't never been there.
I get what he's saying. He's saying like the live audience, they get to see all these motherfuckers come out
at once. The fans that pull up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why you say that?
Well, it was. I said the crowd, so I didn't say anything. I said the crowd.
But the crowd is us too. That's why I'm. That's
what
I'm
but
trying to.
Even for the diehards who watch NXT, they'll say that show was better than an AEW show because they had more things to look at.
I wouldn't say it was better than the AEW show, but it was.
We had no,
decent.
like, did you watch AEW?
Yeah, I don't never watch
I
AEW.
don't think so. We can compare it. We don't know
I watched
what
the
happened. Like,
previews.
let's say, yeah.
No, after first,
They're consistent with their viewership, right? Let's say they have like 600,000 every week. It's not moving or open net. That's it. For NXT, for them, they probably went up. Maybe they got 500,000 and then they got 600,000.
We don't know unless we see the numbers.
You know, I don't even compare to AEW. I look, okay, last week we had 500,000. We got 600,000. We did better this week than we did last week.
No, they did. NXT did do better numbers because they said NXT only lost to Dynamite by I think 30K or something like that.
That's what I'm saying though.
So if this is a big night for AEW, so the numbers that NXT have to go up.
You're comparing a developmental show to your main fucking show.
That's what I've been saying.
I said that already.
No, but that. So who gives a fuck about the comparison? How did we do last week?
They said it was down 8.3%.
Who?
NXT.
NXT was down this week?
Yeah.
From last week?
Yeah. 8.3%.
Let me see.
That first paragraph right there at the top.
Nigga, the demo. I hate when they do that demo shit. We're not the demo between 18 and 49 demo is down.
Oh,
fuck the demo shit. I'm talking about.
You're not seeing through the shit. I ain't got my glasses on.
I'm talking about I hate like Tony Khan started that demo shit. Like nigga, what is the real fucking shit? Like I don't care about the 18 through the.
Nah, but overall, man, shit, I think what NXT did was great.
I'm gonna tell you this though. Me watching NXT this week. I'm gonna tell you this. First of all, Shotzi, she needs to stay there. Second of all, that little for the second host of Halloween has it for the. I didn't like that.
Booker T said, "What the hell is that?" And then the nigga said,
Frank Gold Day. He trying to play that shit off.
The nigga said, Booker T said, "What the hell is that?" The nigga said, "That's He said the other nigga said the other nigga name. That's somebody in the ring. He's like, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about that dance. He said, what the hell is that? That shit was funny. Booker T don't hold back shit.
Nigga, that's a visceral Goldust combination.
Oh my god.
Hey, look,
those niggas is wildin'.
But besides that, and that fucking Kevin KO show, that shit was stupid. That shit.
Let's get to the real shit of NXT that I wanted to talk about. That you think that's dumb because we was trying to get to it, but I was at work. I think it's a good idea. Austin Theory cash in. So look, you seen the ending, right?
Yeah.
When the nigga hold up the title, Austin Theory came out with the
down. Yeah.
right. So the rules is you can cash in on any heavyweight title you want.
Yeah.
Nobody thought about NXT, right?
Yeah.
He said that's dumb as hell because you're supposed to go for the big title, right? And I was trying to explain to him before he made my job harder by calling me, and then it started getting busy. I was explaining to him that he tried to cash in so many times on Roman, and he failed. He got punched in the face by Tyson Fury. Mm-hmm. Every time something happened, like he gets beat up, he can't cash it in. So he goes down to NXT, surprisingly, and cash in on the NXT heavyweight title. Now, what would you rather do? Try to cash in on Roman again and 99.9 probably lose the cash in and lose the briefcase, or go down to NXT, cash in at NXT, beat a man at NXT, and don't waste your cash in. You can at least win one championship. That's what I was trying to explain to him. But he thinks that the NXT is so minor league, it's like downgrade.
You like diamonds?
Huh?
Do you like diamonds?
Uh-huh.
You see diamonds, you'll pay for it, right?
Uh-huh.
What about like bullshit ass jewelry? Will you buy that shit?
No.
No, right? So the NXT title is bullshit.
It's bullshit, right?
It's not diamonds.
It's not
It's not diamonds, right?
But look, hold on, because y'all been talking, motherfuckers. This is my turn. Austin Theory had his rocket up his ass, right? You know, Vince McMahon gave him that, right? Vince McMahon is out. Austin Theory, he has all the fucking potential, right? He has all that shit. Now, I think he should not go for no NXT title. I think it looked good for the show, but for him and with his direction, he got to find a way to get that shit. So I don't think he should cash in with the NXT.
Okay, now Austin Theory was here when Vince McMahon, like you said, when Vince McMahon was there, he was there.
Yeah.
When Triple H took over, right? He dropped. He dropped.
Yeah.
Right? So since you dropped, right?
Yeah.
And you have a briefcase and you can cash in, even on diamonds and bullshit. Right? You have this briefcase where you can cash in on a diamond or cash in on some bullshit. But if you cash in on a diamond, 99% chance you're not gonna get that diamond. But if you cash in on the bullshit, it's about a 75% chance you will get the bullshit.
So you
or if you don't, if
Austin Theory could challenge him and fight him. He don't have to catch nothing in.
Challenge who?
Braun Breaker. He could challenge him.
No.
He could say,
you say no to that.
No, because
but you saying he could go cash it in. That makes a lot more sense.
Because Braun Breaker, he's up here in NXT. In NXT, right? He's up here, right? Even if Braun Breaker goes, let's say he goes to Raw, right? Mm-hmm. With the NXT title. He's still an NXT superstar, and he goes to Raw for a night. He will be more over right now, not when Vince was there. Right now, he will be more over than Austin Theory.
Yeah, no doubt.
He still won't. But
right, he'll be more over.
Yeah.
So right now, he's more over than him. So what do you mean? So what do you mean by he can just go challenge him? He can't just challenge him.
Austin Theory, he cash in. He wins. Now what?
He's the NXT champion.
Okay. So now
so you demoted yourself.
You are the champion of the development center, and you got to be on NXT. This is it.
But NXT gets viewerships, right?
Listen. He's going to have all that, right? But when you are on the main roster and you won Money in the Bank, you won Money in the Bank to go against the top superstars. Why would you put yourself in a position to cash in on somebody that is not going to make or break you?
Because your stock is trash right now, right?
But you
just said
something that nobody else has though.
But
that briefcase.
Yes, you have the briefcase, so
he has opportunity to always sneak attack.
So if you sneak attack, he been trying to sneak. The key thing. The key thing is he been trying to sneak attack, but he has been failing. He haven't cashed it in because he would have lost it.
I'm not going to say fail. The attempts didn't go through. He still has it.
Yeah. So if the
he still got another opportunity to go for it. And guess what? Let's say some shit like this. Let's say some fucked up crazy. Maybe not gonna happen, but let's say this shit happens, right? Let's say Roman and Logan Paul fight. Let's say Logan Paul wins, right? Mm-hmm. But Logan Paul, he went through a hell of a fight. Because to beat Roman, you got to do some shit to win. He's exhausted. He's out of play. Piece up, 8-town down. Boom. He come out, cash in and wins.
But see, this is what I'm going to get you at. Where's his stock at? His stock is not winning.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It does matter.
At the point of the world, he's a fucking heel. And you say heels, they can hold a title, right? Heels. Austin Theory is considered a heel.
Yeah.
So if he comes to Crown Jewel and that situation was to occur, the biggest heel right now has won the championship.
But once
so
again,
then his stock go up.
Hold on.
His stock don't go up.
What you fail to realize, if he was to win the belt, hypothetically, let's say he was to cash in on Roman and win, hypothetically, right? Stock already's up.
No, it don't.
It automatically going up.
How does it automatically go up?
Because now he got to defend it against the next top tier defender. He has to defend the belt.
Listen,
he's going to be on a.
So when I know this is off, and y'all gonna be like, that's not the same, but it is. So I
got to finish mine too.
Oh, go ahead.
I got to let mine out the clip. This nigga got a whole fucking year to cash that shit in. This nigga got a whole year.
Not no more. I mean, the
year
is almost up.
He got this year, right?
Some money in the bank to cash it in.
He got it this year, though.
Yeah. So he has some money in the bank.
He's halfway there.
Yeah. No, the fuck he not. He about 3/4, by 1/4 in a way, but he got into money in the bank to cash it in. Why the fuck would I give up an opportunity this early? To just say, fuck it, I can't win it anyway. I'm about to go to NXT. It doesn't make sense.
Are you saying that Austin Theory is like giving up on that opportunity?
That's what he's saying.
For NXT? That's
what he's saying.
He's settle for NXT.
Well, it got to be a settle. I don't like the way you word it.
You don't like UAs? It's the fucking developmental league.
Okay. So because he can't make
it in the majors, don't even know them niggas' names.
He's going to AAA. He's going to the minors.
He's going to the minors.
He going to the
He
minors.
ain't going to AAA. He going to the minors.
But if he wins the title in NXT, he's a man. That's what I'm trying to
Who
tell y'all.
gives a fuck
Okay.
about being a man in Pop
I
Warner?
hear what you're saying. He'll be the man in NXT.
Yeah. But listen, first of all, that's what I'm saying. You got to think about it. His stock is down, right? Listen, his stock is down. You said it alone. You just said it that the NXT current champion stock is more than his right now.
You said
right? He agreed with me.
I agree.
He agreed with you.
So
You said it.
yeah, but he agreed.
I agree.
But you said it.
I agree.
So right now, his stock is low.
Yeah.
Let's just say if he wins the title, y'all keep saying his stock goes up just because he won a title. When the fucking what's her name, Aaliyah and Yo
Raquel,
Girl,
yeah.
when they won the tag team titles, did they stock go up?
Raquel stock
Or
went up.
everybody was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It was like, what the fuck is this? But
So when you win a title, your stock don't go up all the time.
But yet
It don't
you
matter who
talking
you
about
are.
a tag. That's you talking about.
I know you was gonna see.
tag
It's
team
different.
that
It's a
don't matter.
championship.
Hold on. Keep in mind, Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah, they didn't have the promotion like Austin Theory. Austin Theory, he already had the crowd hating him because of how Vince McMahon was putting him into scenarios. So his story was he was handed opportunities. That was his whole thing. Because
That
said start all over.
that Vince McMahon era died already.
but
Like
you
you
said-
talking about right? We talking about right
still
now.
got the money in the bank.
the
But
crowd
that
still
stock
sees
is still
him
low.
as the little, motherfucker that getting everything handed to him. So if he wins, now he's on television still with that type of angle.
Bro, at this point, nobody gives a fuck about that Money in the Bank briefcase right now.
That's
the
perfect time to attack.
No, it's not. Nobody
is.
cares.
But he still has it though.
But nobody cares.
You
When
don't
you-
care.
Look, let me tell you
You
something.
don't care.
You care about the women? Do you care about the?
I don't care.
I don't think it will make sense for him to cash in.
It doesn't
at
make
NXT.
sense at
Only
all.
because the Money in the Bank is preferred on like the main roster.
It makes sense for everybody. It makes sense for the whole company. It makes sense for him. It makes sense for everything. Okay, let me break this down.
Bullshit.
So if he wins the title, right?
Yeah.
It makes sense for the company because more eyes will be on
NXT.
I'm not saying a million people
Yeah.
more is going to follow.
Hold on. You said his stock is not better than Braun Breaker. So if his stock is not better than Braun Breaker, he's not bringing nothing more eyes to it. He's not bringing any more
His
eyes.
stock is trash in WWE in the main roster.
What you think it's going to be at motherfucking NXT?
When it's a
So,
different
are
stock
you-
level
are you
when you go to
saying like a
NXT.
handoff?
Because he's a F level in the main roster, he's going to be a C level in the NXT.
Are you saying
Exactly.
it's the handoff?
Exactly.
I gotta
Is it
get
a
Jason.
handoff where Austin Theory takes the title and then Braun Breaker be brought up?
Yeah,
Something
of
like that?
course.
I see that exchange.
I see that's bullshit. And
Of course.
it doesn't even like now. You just diminish the
So
motherfucking
listen,
money in the
so
bank shit.
so
You
the company wins because more eyes is coming on NXT because you're gonna want to see what the hell's going on, and then instead of having a baby face as a champion, you have a heel. So now baby faces now can go after the championships, right? Because they switched hands, so he's a heel. So then you got the company. You go him. He's a champion. He's still getting paid the same amount. He's carrying the title with NXT. He's the man at NXT because it's a smaller company, a smaller brand. And also, he has to travel that much. You just go to Florida. It's right there. So you mean to tell me that you're getting paid the same amount of money as Austin Theory? You're getting paid the same amount of money. You're carrying around an NXT championship. Whoa. And you don't have to fly across the fucking world all the time.
So
you
you
get to
tell
stay
him
in Florida.
just be a lazy bum ass nigga. That's what you tell.
That's not a lazy, but if you're the champion,
at the end, no.
if you're a champion, you're bringing more eyes to the
You
company.
already said the champions don't matter at times anyway. So,
Huh?
but you
When the fuck I say that?
You said that in perfect podcast. look. But the problem is
Oh my God,
the
this
pro-
nigga's
the
wild.
problem is with him. If he was to cash in NXT, right? And I gotta go in a minute. If it was to cash in NXT, it wouldn't. He has no ceiling after that. He has no ceiling in NXT. He has no ceiling in NXT.
We just had Dolph Ziggler go to NXT and hold the title.
And what is he now? A fucking jobber. He went from being a fucking heavyweight champion to a jobber. Like,
but I'm saying-
Austin Theory
I'm
at
saying-
the age of 23 is supposed to go to NXT when he has a cylinder. He could go.
He was
to
already in NXT before. He
I
came
got
from NXT.
that, so I'm going back just to because I can't cut it.
And he's only 23, like you said.
But
So he has time to go back. I'm not missing the point.
You're missing the point.
You act like he won titles already, and he's fucking a Hall of Famer.
He did win a title.
He won a U.S. title.
He did win a title, and he did win the Money in the Bank. And he does have good
and he's
matches.
Still young. So you said he just came up. So he can't go back down because he just came up.
What is he going to do in NXT?
Defend the NXT title.
Okay, and in the main roster,
and he can still come back up to the main roster. He's only, like you said, he's only 23.
Well, bro,
you act like NXT, him going back there. He just came up 2-3 years ago. You act like him going back down. You act like him going back down is going to hurt his career. Like, what? He's only 23.
You saying from having a rocket going where you going.
It wasn't a rocket. Y'all putting extras on it.
I said that
y'all putting extras on his career, bro.
Look.
He only been on the main roster 3 years. Come on, let's be honest.
And he got a way better thing than Ricochet.
Let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest.
He got a way better push than Ricochet.
You talking about Ricochet right now.
Ricochet back in when he was
No, he wasn't. No.
He had a certain element that was helping him out.
He did.
So that's why, because think about it. Vince McMahon
y'all making this nigga feel like he like Austin. Like,
no,
he only been there 3 years.
First of all,
he had a rocket. What the fuck?
He didn't.
He just started.
He didn't.
Let's be honest. He just started being good when he started doing the bullshit with Vince McMahon. Y'all was not talking about him before that.
You absolutely
get the
right.
fuck out of here.
Bro,
that was only for like 3 months. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, bro.
Why are you saying send him back to NXT? Why do you want this man that's on the main roster to go back to NXT?
Because the stock is trash on the main roster.
Well, he got a year to build this shit up.
NXT is about to help this nigga.
No, it's not. It's helping Sonya Deville because our bitch ass can't get nothing. I'll be right back.
Fuck out of here. Y'all making this nigga like a Hall of Fame.
Wrestling's for niggas. And don't fucking forget it. Wrestling is for niggas. Yeah! Let's